Hi everybody, Levi Clay here, and in today's lesson I am going to be talking to you about the harmony on the Brad Paisley song Waiting on a Woman. This is a fantastic tune, and as with many of Brad's solos, you are going to need a G bender if you want to play it the way Brad played it, though to be fair, I have learned to play this one without the G bender back in the day, so you absolutely can adapt this one for playing without a G bender. Now, this is from the album Time Well Wasted, which is probably my favourite Brad Paisley album. It's that nice middle ground of a lot of country influence in there before he became all and out pop, which I'm not so crazy on, and there's lots of guitar playing on this album. So great solos. We will definitely be back to this album looking at some of these tunes. I am just going to briefly talk about the harmony, as I say, because I think that stuff is really important. I think knowing the chords that you're playing over definitely helps to influence, why you're playing the things that you're playing. When you look at these really cool bending licks that he's playing, knowing the chord that those are being played over helps you to understand why you're playing those specific notes. And of course, then it makes these licks transposable. You can play them in different keys. So the solo begins over a C major chord, that and then we're just going between a G. It sits on that G. What's my pedal? Sits on that G for 2 bars. Back to our C. That's really all we're doing. We're back to the G. To our C. Now the only thing that changes on the last time through here, we're going to go C, G over B, and then the vocal comes back in on that A minor. I've read somewhere statistics show the man's always the first to go, and that makes sense because I know he won't be ready. F, what are we doing there? F to C, yeah, F to C, then to G, and the A minor, F to C, G, C. Anyway, so we're not soloing over that part, so it's not hugely relevant. But the point is, we are playing over this C major chord, and we're playing over a G major chord. So we could very much think of this entire chord progression as being in the key of C. The song is very much C or A minor, but of course we're wanting to focus on those G major sounds and play G major sounds like it's G major. Now this does all look like C major pentatonic, but when you look at the bends that he's playing on the over that G chord, especially that G bender lick towards the end, there's very deliberate. If you look at when you bend the 14th fret on the G string, up a tone, you're bending from A up to B. Now A is the second of G, but you're bending up to B, which is the third of B, and then it's no coincidence that you then play the fifth of B, the fifth of G, which is D, and then F on the top. So when you hold that out, you're playing a G7 chord when you do that. So you are outlining the sound of the chord. So that's the basic rundown, just to give you a little insight into the chord progression and the mindset. C major pentatonic, but a little bit of care to outline the chord changes. It's a lovely solo, one of Brad's most melodic solos, not too tricky. I'm sure you can execute this one. And when I do the playthrough of this now at 3 speeds, we'll do full speed, then 70% speed, then 50% speed. What you're going to notice is that 50% speed is really, really, really slow. This is a slow tune. So to play it at 50% speed might seem a little bit over the top. And I guess there's an argument to say that it is a little bit over the top to play it that slow. You probably shouldn't need it that slow. But I think what you should be taking from it is when I'm playing a solo like this at 100% speed, I know exactly where all of the notes fall. So I could play it at a slower speed. You should be able to do that. When you know something, you should be able to play it at a slower speed. So as usual, if you have enjoyed this video, please do consider checking out the links in the description. You'll have a good time. Let's check the solos out and then I'll run the credits. Here we go. Waiting on. I've read somewhere statistics it, guys. Waiting on a Woman. Beautiful solo. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do consider being like these awesome people here. You can check out a link in the description to my Patreon page where you can get access to the transcriptions for this, along with hundreds of other things. You can get access to my weekly guided practice routines, weekly guided ear training sessions, all the transcriptions, and just be a member of the community in all of our private groups, talk about music and all of that good stuff. If that doesn't suit you, you can also head on over to Amazon and check out one of my many books that I have available. Lots of books there, and you will see there's some on country music, country guitar for beginners, 100 country licks for guitar, country guitar fingerstyle, and the country guitar soloing techniques book. So consider checking those out. I'm sure you will find something that you enjoy. Thanks so much for checking this video out, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've been Levi Clay. You've been awesome, and I will see you for another Brad Paisley solo at some point in the future. Laters.